Beyonce, you know damn well you should not have won the damn best album of the year, best country music album of the year. You know you shouldn't have done that. You know you shouldn't have. All these people, look, who was in there? Who? Lainey Wilson. Who? Post Malone. Who? Chris Stapleton. And you are willing to admit, you even said it on stage when you get on there, you're like, wow. You know why? Because you don't have the country album of the year. You didn't win that award. It was rigged. Joe Biden helped you win that. I know he did. Y'all, this full of shit. Look, Beyonce, I like you. I do. You got good music. You semi-pretty. I get it. I do. You know, they want to see you on the stage winning your little award, you know, your little pop award, your R&B, whatever you might win. But, honey, you do not have the country album of the year at the Grammys. You don't. This a Grammy. A Grammy. And they done gave you country album of the year. I'm going to pray for you.
I lost to Beyoncé in the country category. The Grammys are so against me that they bought Beyoncé a cowboy hat.
I guess that was supposed to be funny, but it actually is not. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, let's get more into people's thoughts and then we're gonna talk about it.
I want to make this quick statement about this. I know that there are a lot of opposing views regarding her winning this, and I understand your frustration. This is what I want to say as a music scholar and a music professional. The genre of country music that you have learned it to be has been condensed to a certain look, a certain feel, a certain sound, and it does not encapsulate what country music truly is. It only encapsulates what a leading group of people have said country music is. So what we experienced with Beyonce is the reclaiming of country music in all of its form. So when people say Beyonce didn't do a country music album, you're still basing that and predicating that upon the idea that you were told what country is, like built in the perimeter of this is country. But you have to ask the question, who decided what country music is? And then when you look at it from that perspective, you can understand that what she has always done are forms of country music along with other forms of music that are black music. So congratulations to Beyonce and every person that now has the opportunity to push through the door that had closed off so many people that deserve to be in that category. Congratulations.
And that's on period. Ladies and gentlemen, country music always had this face. Yeah, let's not deny that that's not the reality. The moment a black person like Beyoncé comes out and she ventures into country music, she is stealing the rights of these people to win in their category. But let me remind you, if rap is black culture, why was Eminem winning? Anyway, I could be delusional. Go down in the comment section and let me know. Oh, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Natkuna Esther. If you're new to my channel, welcome, darling. I want to hear your opinions in the comment section. Do you think I'm delusional? Because, let's be honest. Damn well, Chris Brown has been nominated in Afrobeats. Even in, recently we have the Trace Awards that are happening in Zanzibar. Chris Brown is nominated in Afrobeats, which is good. Because also American people opened doors for African people to be able to perform in America or even to enter. Like we have the Tylers, the Thames standing on the same stages with Glorilla, Doechii. You understand what I mean? And that is people trailblazing and opening spaces for the people, not gatekeeping. That, oh, it's black people and we are closing you up. Because if black people really wanted to close off the rap genre, Eminem wouldn't be in there. But have you ever seen black people complain that, oh, Eminem is winning now? They be cheering him up. Why are these people salty? Or they can come into the categories that are always for black people, but the moment a black woman wins in their category, because they think it's theirs. Oh, she's not white. She must have not. Oh, wow. Let's get into people's reactions, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe I'm delusional upstairs.
To give her country album of the year when she didn't win a single country music award this year.
Jesus Christ on a cracker.
In 2007, the Chicks won 5 Grammys: Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Country Performance of the Year, Country Album of the Year, and Album of the Year. I want you to guess how many CMA awards they were nominated for that year. I'll wait while you Google it. 0. 2017, Sturgill Simpson won Country Album of the Year at the Grammys and was nominated for Album of the Year. 0 CMA nominations. In fact, he's never had one to this day. In 2020, Tanya Tucker, who if I offered $50 to most country music fans these days, could not sing a single line of Two Sparrows and a Hurricane. Won Country Song of the Year at the Grammys. 0 CMA nominations. How could an album that swept at the Grammys not be nominated for a single CMA? That same album, that country music refused to play on the radio. Refused to play on the radio, wouldn't nominate for their awards. It's almost like there was a reason. The truth is that the CMAs that did that to the Chicks back in 2007 are the same CMAs that snubbed Cowboy Carter this year. It's like the country music good old boys club, which is why you see the exact same people nominated for Entertainer of the Year, Female Vocalist of the Year, every single year. It is significantly easier for a country music artist to win a CMA than a Grammy. It's a concentrated award ceremony, okay? It's easier. When somebody wins a country music award at the Grammys that they didn't even get nominated for at the CMAs, that should tell you something. One of those award ceremonies is more legitimate, my dear. It's not the CMAs.
Well, you know Jay-Z paid for the award. I don't give a damn if he gave him a lap dance, a casserole recipe, and a Rubik's Cube. I really don't care. Tonight we won big. I don't care if you didn't listen to the album. I don't care if you didn't like the album. I don't care if you don't like Beyoncé. I don't care if you don't like black people. I really don't give a fuck. Because tonight was about years and years and years of disrespect from the Grammys committee. I went on Twitter and there were so many people saying, well, not like us. Why would, there were so many songs that were bigger and this song was better and this song was bigger and most people know this song and I didn't even hear about that song that much and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter because sometimes things aren't for you. And I came to the realization that we do this every single day in this country being black Americans. We always have to realize that everything is not for us. That's not for you. That's not for you. We have to do that every single day. And the one time something is represented for us, representative of us, well, but what about, I didn't, it's all about you, isn't it? Mama, isn't it all about you all the time? If you only had to sit for 1 second in black American shoes and realize how many times we've watched the Grammys and seen a white artist win, or an album that we've never heard of, or a song we've never heard of that impacted white communities across the country that we don't know about at all, that win, okay? And we clap, we applaud, and we sit back and realize that not everything is for us. Now you have to do it one time and you're up in arms. Imagine. I'm not crying for you, mama. I have alligator tears. Shout out Beyonce. I really don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck.
Grammys 2025. Beyonce winning. Cowboy Carter, which was Country Album of the Year.
Yeah.
Even for me, that was a bit like, whoa, we were. I didn't even, good on her to change your genre. Like, you know how Taylor Swift was country and then went pop? Awesome if you can do that. But I've heard like one of her country songs. What are the others?
I haven't heard one of them. How did she beat Chris Stapleton? It'd be like
and
you winning a good podcaster
through.
award or something.
She snuck in halfway through, which makes me think they're rigged.
Jay-Z 100% paid for that. Well, not allegedly, just that's my opinion.
They're rigatonied. Even B looked shocked.
Yeah, she looked fake shocked. She's like, what the hell?
Okay,
Thanks.
let's paint a picture here, okay?
All right.
You tell me that I'm about to win, and I'll do a fake shocked for you.
Acting challenge, I like it. And the winner for someone who is half decent at podcasting, well, no, this award is for most mediocre podcaster in the world. It goes to... We all knew it. Louisa Dalton.
No.
Wow. Wow.
You know, as a woman living in the South, specifically a woman living in Nashville, and extra specifically a woman working in the music industry in Nashville, very few things have brought me more joy this past year than Beyoncé releasing Cowboy Carter. Top to bottom, it's just a masterpiece. Oh, the dance parties I've had, I haven't learned some of the viral dances, but it is the absolute pain and anguish that that record has caused white men in the music industry, specifically white men in the country music genre in this town, that has been like, it's like music to my ears, because since its inception, they've been like a chorus of cicadas in the middle of summer. Just howling about the whole damn thing. But I'll tell you what, honey, when she won that Grammy last night, I swear to God, you could hear the white men in Nashville all the way to Los Angeles, California. This morning, I swear to God, we had to peel John Rich off of the Bat Tower single-handed. He was just, the tweets alone, that man lost his goddamn mind. Of course, he hasn't been relevant since the 90s, so who gives a shit what John Rich thinks? Plus, he's a bit of a racist, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm happy for her. I thought it was great. Oh, not only is it a great record, but boy, she does rile them up. I love it for her. I love it for all of us.
So Beyonce paid for Best Country Album of the Year. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I didn't know Jay-Z had that much money left after the Diddy trials.
I cannot believe that we let Beyonce get Album of the Year, given who her husband is and what he may or may not be involved in. That's just beyond to me. On another note, guys, like, we need to save Melania. We need to save Melania. You can tell that she does not like to be with that man. You can tell that even though she got with him at a full 34 years of age, not 19, she is trapped by him, and she is a good person at heart, and we need to save her. People love to say that America has no culture. That is both ignorant, and you'd have to be pretty prejudiced to think so. Two of our most important cultural developments, inventions that are fully American through and through are jazz and country music. Country music now is thought of as like pop music for Republicans or pop music with a country accent, but that's not really how it developed. That's kind of inauthentic to what country music is. Country music developed as an amalgamation of folk, blues, jazz, gospel, kind of these genres that are spearheaded by Black people. They've been shared by Black people. They were developed by Black people. We already kind of know culturally that there would be no Elvis without the influence of the Black community. But do you know that without Leslie Riddle, a Black guitarist, there would be no June Carter? Without Rufus Payne, there would be no Hank Williams. Black culture, Black Southern culture is enmeshed with country music. Several of the most famous country standard songs, you know, like the old school country, are at best inspired by and at worst stolen by Southern Black ministers, Southern Black hymns. The banjo came from West Africa on the transatlantic slave trade. We would not have country music without the banjo. The first ever performer on the Grand Ole Opry was DeFord Bailey, a harmonica player who was Black and the grandson of two enslaved African Americans. He was incredibly popular. He was literally the first performer on that stage, but he couldn't tour successfully, and his career ended because he couldn't get accommodation. So yes, it's a little bit more important, a little bit more culturally relevant that a Southern Black woman was able to make an album in homage to people within her community that are responsible for this genre, though they have rarely ever gotten credit for it or reaped the benefits of that genre. In fact, it's been hijacked. Whether you like the album or not doesn't matter. It is still an extremely culturally relevant win. I think it was a great album. I think it was well written, well produced. She did an amazing job. If you didn't complain about Midnight's winning last year, which I am a Swiftie, and that is the worst album in her discography. That album had no lasting cultural relevance. If you didn't say that that was rigged, that that was a money win, then you don't get to say anything about Beyonce.
Look, I don't even care about the Grammys. I never watched it. But tell me why it is hilarious to see that the power of Beyonce is dying out. So apparently she won Best Country Album. And I will say, like 10 years ago, when Beyonce won something, you'd see the internet in an uproar celebrating her, the beehive out there going crazy. And I know it's my algorithm, but tell me why it is amazing to see that people are fighting against Beyonce. Because at one point she was untouchable and no one ever thought she would get to a point where people are rejecting her the way they are. So I'm not gonna give my 2 cents on whether she deserved it or not, because to be quite frankly honest, I don't really listen to a whole lot of music. And so it's not even my place to judge what is a good album. And to be honest, Hollywood is completely rigged and we already knew that. But I'm just happy to see that the Beehive's power is no longer what it was 10 years ago. That means society is waking up and not following Hollywood anymore.
Beyonce's released her Cowboy Carter World Tour dates, and trust me, she is not worth your money. She just won the Grammy for Best Album, which is wild because she can't even sing. I would know. I've seen her 13 times.
How did we go from this?
It's been many, many years. Just want to thank the Grammys, every songwriter.
To this.
It took her 72 writers to write this album.
72?
Yeah. Put this into context. The last 3 Album of the Year winners, like Harry Styles and Taylor Swift, they had 5 songwriters, okay? Billie Eilish had 2.
Framing collaboration as an inferior form of creation and creativity is one of the functions of white supremacy. The idea that something is less valuable because more people contributed to making it is one of the tenets of white supremacy. And it is exactly the reason why so many people suddenly think diversity, equity, and inclusion are bad things. Beyoncé's album spans, combines, and includes multiple genres of American music, and the writers list reflects America. Writers like Danielle Balbuena, Cam, Ray, Pharrell, all people from different backgrounds coming together to make the album of the year, and somehow, some way, you find a problem with that. Cowboy Carter's win speaks to the power of diversity, equity, inclusion, and what we can all achieve when we work together in this country. And the idea that having less people as writers is somehow more authentic or better is flawed, because it has nothing to do with creation. Art is about bringing people together.